Hey guys, my name is Jess. I am 21 years old, and today I would like to share with you my brain tumor story. I'm doing this to spread awareness, so hopefully you'll understand better what it's like for someone after brain surgery. Um, just some background knowledge, there's over 100 different types of brain tumors, and I probably have one of the most rarest. I had a ganglioglioma in my left temporal lobe, which, according to the National Institute of Health, a ganglioglioma is a rare tumor accounting for approximately 1% of all brain tumors. Only 1%, meaning all the other 99% of people with a brain tumor don't have the one I had. Um, it started when I was a baby. I began having seizures. I was turning blue. At first, they thought it was a heart problem, and they didn't quite realize at first I was having a seizure. They really thought it was my heart. Once they discovered it was a seizure, they thought I had a brain infection, and then it came to find out it was a brain tumor. Um, Once the tumor was diagnosed, the harder challenge was finding a surgeon. Um, some thought it was too risky because I was so young, I was only a baby. Um, Keeping in mind this was 20 years ago, and technology and studies have advanced a lot in the last 20 years. Um, I'm very grateful to say that I have an amazing mother who wanted for me to live my life as normally as possible, like any other child. Some surgeons said that I may not be able to walk or talk, or that I would be mentally retarded. I don't like using that, but that's what they said. Um, and thankfully, my mom would not let someone operate on me who would say that. Um, Due to the brain tumor, not only was it causing seizures, but it also caused something called PBA, which is pseudo bulbar effect, basically uncontrollable laughing and crying. Um, I was taking seizure medicine 3 times a day. So basically, if you think about it, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I was having seizure medication. Um, I'm not sure if Lamictal was exactly what they wanted for me to be on. That would have been the best solution, but I turned out allergic to that, so I'm sure they had to go through a bit of seizure medication to try to get that right. It wasn't until about my fourth birthday that we finally found a surgeon that was willing to operate on me, and I was accepted at Yale in Connecticut for the surgery, which is like 10 hours, at least 10 hours north from here, if not 12. I'm not exactly sure. It was a 10-hour brain surgery, and obviously, as you can see, I'm who I am today. Um, I can walk, I can talk, I'm not mentally retarded. None of what some of the other surgeons said. I really thank my surgeon and my mom for that. After this surgery, I had no more seizures. Um, Losing a portion of my left temporal lobe has caused a lot of challenges, mostly emotional. I do have short term memory. I can't always process what I hear. For example, my mom used to ask me, hey, go in the house and go get this, and then I'd instantly turn around and be like, wait, what'd you want? um, like, wait, what? It also sometimes takes me a little extra time to think and respond, which is why I suck at sports. It's too much going on at once. It's too fast, and it's extremely overwhelming. Um, I'd say what really gets me is not being able to find the right words to say. And it's kind of like you just sit here and you're trying to think, like, how do I respond to this? And then your mind starts overthinking and you're not even saying anything. It's just this dead silence, like, I don't really know how to respond to this person. And I used to have meltdowns over that. It's just I couldn't find the words to say. Emotionally, because of the surgery, my life is difficult. I had my left hippocampus and the left temporal lobe removed, which caused a lot of emotional problems. After the surgery, I had very intense anxiety. I would not eat in front of people. I wouldn't go anywhere without my mom. Anything that I felt caused a little bit of pressure on me, I was just way over my head about. I would freak out. I would start crying. I started kindergarten on time, age 5, only a year after surgery. They had to get a teacher assistant to help me be in a normal class setting. I hated my kindergarten teacher. She was mean, but whatever. I hated it, but I made it through. 4th grade, I tried out for basketball, keeping in mind I suck at sports. I was accepted on the team as a water girl. No idea what that meant, but I was happy as can be. That was the only year I played a school sport. I sucked. 5th grade, we got me into showing livestock. I showed pigs and goats. The animals became my friends. I didn't bother making too many friends in school. I kind of felt like the bully's target. It was easy to make me cry. I felt weaker than most of my peers. But livestock really pulled me out of my shell and was my extracurricular motivation. I made money every year from the livestock shows, which was set aside for college, which I am in now. It wasn't until about 10th grade I began not beating myself up so hard. As far as the livestock stuff, it was about 9th grade I started showing around the state of North Carolina. It's like 10 shows over a 2-month span. It was always keeping it up, but it was good for me. It was good repetition, and I got much better as a showman. By finally 12th grade, it kind of seemed like my life was pretty much together. My grades went up a lot. I started trying not to sweat the small stuff. One grade is not going to determine if I don't get into college or not. One test grade used to ruin me. If I failed it, I would have a meltdown and be like, okay, I failed this, which means I'm going to fail the class and I'm going to not graduate and I'm not going to get into college. That's how bad it used to be, but I'm laughing at it now because it's really not that bad. I found myself maturing a lot more emotionally once I hit like 18 years old. I was like, well, finally. It only took me 18 years. I was my mom's only child to graduate high school. I graduated in the top half of my class. It was very exciting. I really did it for me and my mom. I really did it for us. Because of her, I am basically who I am today. I just really felt like she deserved to have at least one of our kids graduate, and I'm the last one, so I wanted to be that one, and I am. And I also got accepted into Pitt Community College, which I'm still at now. I got a Dean's List my first semester, earned a 3.5 GPA, which granted me an acceptance into Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, which is the highest ranked honor society on campus, and I had earned a music scholarship. My second semester, I became involved with St. Baldrick's Foundation, and I had my head shaved at the event as a 15-year celebration, being brain tumor free. It was basically like the first time I've really seen my scar. Because, I mean, when you're like 5 years old, you don't really process that. But like actually seeing it, it was very interesting to me. Um, I got a lot of crap for shaving my head at the event. Sometimes I was mistaken as a guy. Some people called me gay. I went through a lot of crap for that, and it really sucked. And considering it was for a good cause, I wasn't expecting to get that much judgment, which was honestly really rude. If you're gonna do something and be that brave to do something, not only for me, but for the kids dealing with cancer, don't give me crap for it. I mean, obviously, you're not tough enough to do it yourself. So, that's just my 2 cents on that. This year, I was recognized into the League of Legendary Heroes as a Squire of Hope for 3 years of volunteer service for St. Broderick's Foundation. The people, in their words, did not stop me from volunteering. And over the past 3 years, I have raised approximately $2,000 for St. Broderick's Foundation. I'm completely supportive of it. It's a great cause, and I honestly, if you don't know what it is, please research it. It's amazing. This semester in particular, I decided to take on a leadership position as president of the Sociology Psychology Club on campus, and this year I'm also supporting the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation. If I had to give any encouragement to any person who has survived a brain tumor or who has a brain tumor, I would definitely say stay strong. Like, I actually got that tattooed onto my wrist. Stay strong. My senior quote from high school was, to be yourself in a world that constantly tries to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Meaning, be yourself despite everyone who tells you different. Just because you've survived something, whether it's cancer, brain tumor, whatever it is, whatever you've survived or what you're dealing with, even though some people might judge you or they might think that their life is worse, it doesn't mean that your value is any less than anyone else's. You may feel weak now, but you'll be stronger than ever if you don't give up. Believing you will makes a tremendous difference. And honestly, although there's been plenty of times I have said, because of this, I am not strong enough. Because of what I've went through, my life is different. Well, yes, it's different, but in the long run, I'm honestly stronger than I give myself credit for, because I've survived things that a lot of people honestly can't comprehend, and a brain tumor is one of them. But I am who I am, and I love myself for it regardless, even though some days I might not, but that's just me. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to this. Stay strong, stand for the silent, smile.